Emma Raducanu facing rankings peril as opportunity knocks for Victoria Mboko and Alex Eala. Victoria Mboko, Emma Raducanu, and Alexandra Eala only had fleeting moments of success in 2025, but they are big contenders to make a huge impact on the WTA Tour next year. Mboko enjoyed the best moment of the trio as she won the WTA 1000 event in front of her home fans at the Canadian Open in August. British number 1 Raducanu has some big highs with strong runs at the new WTA Tour events at the Queen's Club and in tight battles against world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka, while Eala made good progress up the WTA rankings and reached her first tour final at Eastbourne. Here is your Tennis 365 guide to what the trio can target in 2026, with our ranking prediction for each. Victoria Mboko. Current ranking, 18. Ranking target for 2026. Top 10. Mboko has a glorious chance to leap into the top 10 of the WTA rankings in the first half of the new year, as she will be playing in much higher profile events than she was at the same phase of last year. She was finished last year ranked at number 333, and that meant she was not close to qualifying for any Grand Slam events. Instead, she was playing ITF World Tennis Tour events in the opening months of 2025, and while she won 5 of those tournaments between January and March, she was only picking up modest hauls of ranking points. She will now be seeded at the Australian Open and probably at the French Open and Wimbledon, which will give Mboko a chance to boost her ranking before the 1,000 points from her memorable Canadian Open win drop off her record. She will need time to adapt to her new status as a star of the game, but opportunity is knocking for Mboko in the first half of the new season. More tennis news. Tim Henman issues Emma Raducanu and Jack Draper update ahead of United Cup campaign. Why Emma Raducanu's sponsorship value remains high despite lack of success. Emma Raducanu. Current ranking, 29. Ranking target for 2026. Top 16. The 2021 US Open champion had a year of highs and lows, but there were plenty of positives to take from a season that confirmed she can compete with the best when she is fit and firing. Champions have come and gone at the US Open, but one key element has been present at the final Grand Slam of the tennis year for last 4 decades. The name of Wilson has long been synonymous with elite US sports, with basketball and the NFL using balls supplied by the company that has long been a standard bearer of excellence. Wilson has long prided itself on developing tennis balls for all court surfaces, but early on emerged as an unquestioned leader for Beerstein-class hard-court tennis ball performance. When the US Open switched to a hard-court surface in 1978, Wilson was a top choice and natural fit for this very reason. This 2024 US Open ball has been saluted by Novak Djokovic as being one of the best used on the tour, and here, we get the inside story on the tennis balls being used by the star names at Flushing Meadows from a Wilson insider. What makes up the perfect tennis ball? Wilson, a high-quality core with limited or no fillers, premium woven felt, and a whole lot of love. What technology goes into making a Wilson tennis ball? Wilson, the tennis ball goes through 3 different compression mold phases. The first to mold the half-shell, the second to mold and pressurize the core, and the third to adhere the felt. Selecting the felt is where a lot of the play characteristics come from. There is an incredible amount of technology that goes into the entire production process, from felt to core. Once we have a concept and have gone through the processes of making a tennis ball, we are continually testing existing and new concepts. We are always trying to learn and improve. How does a clay court ball different to the US Open ball? Wilson, the clay court ball has a very different feel than a hard court ball. The clay court ball has more texture to it and will fluff a little more. This will lead to a ball that plays a bit more dynamic with the court surface compared to a hard court.